very short one.
The Monster Under the Bed by Joseph Vitale. The monster was the father's before it was the daughter's. Monsters, as we find out, run in families. In The Monster Under the Bed, a father tries to assuage his daughter's nighttime fears. What we discover is that Dad has never really gotten over his, merely buried them under the covers of adulthood. Nevertheless, he appears to be well on the way to convincing his daughter that she shouldn't be a slave to her anxieties. And then the monster shows up. Characters: father, late 30s, professional type, neurotic, racked by personal misgivings, yet supercilious and somewhat condescending, attempting to always present a strong, all-knowing front. He is ultimately a paper tiger. Girl, 4 years old and wise beyond her years, she's content to play the subservient role with her father, but knows his advice is hypocritical and more or less useless. Still, she has a caring heart and recognizes that her father is a soul in need. She is also fearless, ready to face her fears. Monster. Of indeterminate age, more frightened than frightening. She is at the end of her rope, world-weary, and prepared to move on to the next stage of her existence, whatever that might be. She is a cynical ruffian, the type that would enjoy a good drink if one were offered to her, and a belly laugh. It is also clear she cares about the little girl and her welfare. Time, the present, bedtime. Setting, a child's bedroom. Lights come up on father sitting on his young daughter's bed, finishing a storybook.
And so, everyone lived happily ever after. Okay, honey, time for bed.
Daddy, would you?
Now, honey, we had this discussion before, haven't we?
Yes, Daddy.
And you do know that there's nothing to be scared about, right?
Yes, Daddy, but would you?
Okay.
He closes the book and goes to the closet.
Okay. I'll do it again. Okay? Nothing in the closet, see? I'm looking in the closet, see? Are you there, Mr. Monster? No, I'm not here.
He goes to the dresser and begins opening the drawers.
Oh, I'm opening your dresser drawers. Nothing in the dresser, see? Are you hiding in the dresser, Mr. Monster? No, I'm not here. Well, that's good.
He returns to the bed.
See? There's nothing to be scared about. Nothing's there. Nothing's in the closet. Nothing in the dresser. No monsters anywhere. Now, let's turn off the lights so Daddy's big girl can get some sleep.
He switches off the lamp near the bed.
But Daddy...
Don't worry. Daddy's leaving your nightlight on. See?
He's switching on the nightlight.
But Daddy...
What is it, honey?
But Daddy, you haven't looked under my bed.
Do we have to go through this again? I don't have to look under your bed.
But why?
I told you, honey, there's nothing under your bed, just like there's nothing in your closet, right?
Yes.
Just like there's nothing in any of your dresser drawers, right? Right?
Yes. But why won't you ever look under my bed?
Oh, because, honey, I told you, number one, Daddy knows there's nothing under your bed. And number two, if Daddy looks under your bed, I will be just reinforcing your fear and turning a transient childhood anxiety into a lifelong phobia with detrimental impact on personality formation and estimation of self-worth. Does that make sense to you, honey?
Not really.
Well, trust me, it will when you're older. And besides, you know big girls shouldn't be afraid of monsters.
We shouldn't?
No!
Daddy?
Yes, honey.
Daddy, will you teach me to ride a bike tomorrow?
No, honey, I explained that to you. I don't want you riding a bike.
But why?
Because bikes are dangerous. You can fall off and hurt yourself. Or a car can come along suddenly and out of nowhere and hit you.
Daddy?
Yes.
How about swimming? Will you teach me to swim?
I don't think think you're old enough to swim? Do you know how many children drown every year in pools?
No.
A lot.
How about soccer, Daddy?
God, no!
Why?
It's a violent sport. You could break a leg. Or they could make you the goalie and some girl can kick you in the face with the ball and break your nose. Do you know how expensive plastic surgery is? Oh, anyway, it's getting late. You've got to get your sleep or you'll get sick. Do you know that lack of proper rest is a contributing factor to illness?
He kisses her on the head.
Good night, honey. Sweet dreams.
He leaves and shuts the door. As soon as he does, the monster pops up from under the bed.
Is he God?
Yes.
God, I thought he'd never shut up. Does he give you a headache?
Sometimes. Mr. Monster, why doesn't Daddy ever look under the bed?
It's a long story.
Ooh, I love stories. Will you tell me?
Some other time. Have you got a cigarette? I could really use a cigarette.
I'm only 4.
Oh yeah, forgot.
Monster pulls out a deck of cards.
Whose deal is it anyway?
Yours, I think.
Monster shuffles and they begin playing cards.
Anyway, Daddy says you're not real.
Of course he'd say that.
He says that you stem from my growing awareness of death and my own vulnerability.
Oh, does he?
Uh-huh. He says I feel small and powerless in a big world that's sometimes confusing and frightening.
Ah,
He says many children develop vivid imaginations at my age, which further contributes to their fears.
oh, real psychologist, your father. Regular Sigmund Freud.
Who?
Never mind.
Anyway, he says that you're just a symbol for everything that is confusing and scary that might harm me. Am I going to grow up weird because of you?
Me? Let me tell you something. Being aware of me is perfectly normal. Got that? Anyway, most children eventually outgrow me anyway.
We do?
Well, most do. And besides, sometimes a little fear is a good thing.
Is it?
Sure. It indicates that you're actually very sensitive and empathic.
I am?
Of course. And let me tell you something else. These are very desirable qualities, the basis for compassion and creativity.
Wow.
And whether you know it or not, I'm also helping you master the intricacies of abstract thinking.
Thank you.
Oh, don't mention it. I really don't get enough credit. When it comes to me, the glass is always half empty, if you know what I mean.
Not really.
You will when you're older. And where does your father get off with that? Big girls shouldn't be afraid of monsters crap. Insensitive put-downs like that will harm your self-esteem.
That's bad, right?
You're damn right. Oh, sorry.
What do you want, Mr. Monster? Why do you keep hanging around?
What do I want? Can I be honest with you?
Sure.
I want to get out of here. That's what I want. Do you know how many years I've spent under this bed?
Years? But I'm only 4.
Well, under this family's bed. I mean, hey, can I let you in on a little secret?
Sure, I love secrets.
I was your father's monster. Bet you didn't know that.
You were?
Yep. And his father's monster. And his father before him.
Really?
Yes. Monsters tend to run in families, you know.
Do they?
Absolutely. We hang around until somebody finally confronts us. And you've got real possibilities, kid.
I do.
Yes, I'm keeping my fingers crossed with you.
Well, can I be honest with you? I'm not really scared of you. I just pretend I am to get my father's attention. I hope that doesn't hurt your feelings.
No, not really. Listen, can I be honest with you? I'm tired of this monster gig anyway. I'd like to retire.
Retire?
Yes, my nerves are shot. How would you like to be woken up every night by the sound of screaming? I'm lucky I don't have a heart attack.
But I don't scream.
I know, but your father did. Still does sometimes.
I know. I hear him. Is he still dreaming of you?
Yeah, I think so.
Oh, that's terrible. I've got to help him. I've got But what can I do? I've got an idea.
Hey, give it a try.
Mr. Monster, what will happen to you if you go? Don't you just wake up under somebody else's bed?
I'm not sure, but I'm willing to find out.
Mr. Monster?
Yes?
I'm going to miss you.
Thank you. You know, if you've been fully satisfied with me, you can always send a nice note to my employer.
Okay. Anyway, I need to get Daddy in here, so I'm going to scream now. You might want to get back under the bed.
Oh, God, I hate this.
Monster collects the cards and dives back under the bed.
Daddy! Daddy! Daddy!
Father enters.
Daddy! Daddy! There's a monster under my bed!
Now, honey, I told you there is no monster. You've got to listen to me when I
No, Daddy, you've got to listen to me.
What?
You heard me. You've got to listen to me. Sit down.
Father sits on the bed.
Daddy, you've got to understand, until you look under the bed, you're going to be
Unable to self-actualize.
unable to self-actualize.
Really?
Yes. You'll never be able to achieve your full potential. You don't want to be a little boy for the rest of your life, do you?
No.
Then you've got to face it. Whatever it is, you've got to look under the bed.
But I can't. Please don't ask me.
Daddy, please. Please look under the bed.
But I don't want to. I can't. I just can't.
But Daddy, you have to.
I do?
Yes. Don't be scared, Daddy. I'm right here.
She grabs his hand and holds it. Father slowly, reluctantly, drops down to his knees and prepares to look under the bed. He looks pleadingly at his daughter.
It will be okay, Daddy.
Father finally looks under the bed, lifts his face to his daughter, surprised.
What is it, Daddy?
There's nothing there.
Father and girl look at one another.
Double or nothing, Bob?
Who's that 4-year-old?
Okay. What do we want to tell Joseph?
It's okay, it's good.
No, it's not.
He's not here. What is the last line you double or nothing?
I don't get that.
I'm
Monster,
not sure.
Monster is talking.
They were playing
Well,
cards.
they were playing cards.
Is he Bob? Is that this?
I think there's a.
They never say what the
They never
father's
say
name
Right,
is.
that's true.
Oh, so has she moved on to someone else's, and she's.
Yeah, if she's not there, then why is she talking?
What's, is there stage directions of where
It
he
just
is when
says
he
from
says it?
under the bed. Double or nothing, Bob? Is there a
It's
second
confusing.
monster?
It's
No,
confusing.
because he's been the father's monster also. So he's just saying with the
He's
cards,
the
it's
monster.
double or nothing, because we played cards together before.
Is that the father?
But the father didn't see him, the monster.
You didn't see anything.
So the monster should be gone, I thought.
Yes. Yes,
Confusing.
So
Yeah.
the monster decided to leave. The
right,
girl decided, yes, that's good. The father looked under it, monster was gone.
right.
Why is the monster talking?
Yeah, what it.
Talking to a second monster?
Joseph, what does that last line mean? You
Talking
have
to
to
a
let
second
us
monster?
know.
Until we know we can't be self-actualized.
That's right. And we can't look under the bed.
I'd like to see a different ending line.
Well, if it's like, it's your deal, something like that, it's your deal or something.
Oh, it's a family monster.
That's wrote this down to your kid.
You should do that.
It sounded like it finally left.
That's really good.
One last short play, which I think we can
I love it.
fit in.
That's what,
Yeah.
you should start like spitting out things about like Jurassic Park. That's not true. Unless you probably get in trouble, like you should start talking about like.
Okay, so we got two characters, so. Wanda. So Wanda.
Male?